At the end of the day, for older athletes, just stepping on that mat is the true victory.
You have to imagine that what it takes for I have a family, I have a job, and can I give an hour to training?
Hmm.
And that it is a sacrifice. Sacrifice on their body, trying to get it healthier, trying to
Sure.
because they're running full speed as well in their careers or with, like I said, family. And so I respect any of our athletes that come to U.S. Masters Cup.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of A Black Belt Way of Life. I am your host, Master Joseph Lupo Jr. On this week's episode, we are taking it on the road to the U.S. Masters Cup, which took place January 17th to the 18th, 2025 in Houston, Texas. It was an amazing event with athletes from all over the United States and all over the world, such as Spain, Sweden, the United Kingdom. I mean, it was just really a world international event. And today's episode is going to be all about that. But before we begin, a word from our official apparel company, Best Martial Arts Muto USA. For all your martial arts needs, make sure to contact them. Their info is on the show notes. And now a word from our amazing sponsor. This episode of A Black Belt Way of Life is brought to you by Mr. Joseph Ferrone of Weichert Realty. For all your real estate needs, both commercial and residential, don't hesitate to reach out to Mr. Joseph Ferrone. All his information is in the show notes. The USA Masters Cup is the premier event in the United States and, in my humble opinion, the world, for mature athletes in sport poomsae or forms and sparring. Athletes attended from all over the world. They all came to one spot in Houston, Texas to give it their all in their Taekwondo ability. Our main guest of many guests that are on this week's episode is our team captain and founder of the USA Masters team, Master Trinity Tongg Osborn of the state of Washington. She is also the heart and soul of the USA Masters Cup. Throughout this episode, Trinity will explain what the USA Masters team means to her, what the mission is, what it's about, and how it could benefit any martial artist, Taekwondo athlete today. Throughout this episode, we are going to speak to many participants that were at the event, their experiences leading up to the event, and how being a part of the USA Masters team and the USA Masters Cup has positively impacted their lives. But for now, let's kick things off with Master Trinity Tongg Osborn. I am here tonight with the amazing captain, founder. There's not enough words for you, ma'am. There's not enough words. And I'm just going to say it out now to the Black Belt Way of Life audience. Your name has been mentioned on many, many, many episodes. And I feel like anytime myself or anyone tries to compliment you, you are so humble and you always, pass it along to everyone else who helps out. That's just who you are. And it's amazing, So for the audience, Master Trinity Tongg Osborn, who's with us tonight from the great state of Washington, she is the founder of the USA Masters team and the captain. She is the heart and soul of the team, but also the USA Masters Cup, and obviously it takes a village to make an event like that happen. And I know you're going to be the first one to pass it along and talk about that village, but you are the heart and soul, ma'am. So
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
no,
But
it,
no, it's
it
true. I'm not the only one that does a Masters Cup. It really is some solid individuals and generosity of so many people.
sure. I mean, the event. This is our third event,
It
or
is.
it is. It's
It's
the
been
third,
4 years, but our third event because
our
we
third
had
event, and
2022,
yeah,
yeah, and
and
then
I just feel
COVID
like
and so
it
forth.
gets better and better each time. You know,
Oh, thank
it's
you.
amazing, and it's a testament to all your hard work, ma'am. Pat yourself on the back. Go ahead, do it.
Yeah.
So, let's jump right into it. If you were to explain to our audience what the Masters Cup is and what it means for Masters athletes who are older, what is the importance to that in our community of Taekwondo?
First of all, the Masters Cup was born from the USA Masters team. So the
Hmm.
USA Masters team is a nonprofit organization that was founded to really aid and support master age athletes in their competitive endeavors. And master age meaning athletes that are 30 years to 40 years to 50 years and better,
Yes.
to be able to compete and do sport in their latter years. And it was created to, really, we had programs for our youth, we have programs for our juniors and our seniors trying to go to the Olympics, but what is there for athletes that are of master
Hmm.
age? And we gathered together and we wanted to create training opportunities to help these athletes because they all want to compete at a certain level,
Yes.
and create training opportunities and acquire resources to help them with flexibility, nutrition, strength and conditioning, and really be a community. And so, fast forward to the U.S. Masters Cup. It's weird. Actually, the Masters Cup, I think I can put it in one word, is opportunity.
Sure.
Um, Opportunity for an athlete to represent the USA Masters team because it is a qualifier. They have to first be a supporting member and have a current membership. They have to attend a training seminar from the USA Masters team, and then place first place at the US Masters Cup. So it's an
Hmm.
opportunity for them to be on the USA Masters team and represent internationally.
Yeah.
And then it's opportunity for ultra athletes to compete against all athletes across the nation, around the United States. It's the opportunity for us to compete against international competitors. I
Yes.
mean, so excited. We had athletes
Right.
from Spain, Mexico, Korea, the Netherlands, Cayman Islands, the
Iceland.
Philippines, Great Britain, Iceland. And so I mean, where are you going to get an opportunity to go to a tournament and compete internationally with that many individuals in just ultras? And
Right.
so that's the opportunity for that. And then on another level, it's an opportunity for past athletes to that once competed that want to compete again,
Hmm.
come to the U.S. Masters Cup. And or we have adults that are just finding our martial art and they want to set goals and they want to come into
Right.
the sport. What is for them? And so the U.S. Masters Cup is the opportunity for them to compete.
As I mentioned earlier, athletes participated from all over the United States and the world. But I take great pride in bringing one of the biggest teams to the event, all members of the New York Black Belt Center based in Bayside, Queens. Members of Team Wolfpack are going to talk about their preparation leading up to the event. For me, as a coach, this event is probably one of the most important, not only to myself on a personal level, but to my athletes on our competition calendar throughout the year. Not only do I have athletes in my school at young ages in youth, cadet, juniors, and seniors, I do have a lot of ultra slash masters slash executive athletes in my school. So for them, I really treat this as one of the premier important events for Team Wolfpack. With that being said, the amount of effort and training and build up to this event has been great for the New York Black Belt Center. Let's get to meet some of the members of Team Wolfpack who represented New York at the USA Masters Cup. Master Joe Lupo here, a Black Belt Way of Life. I am here with three amazing New York Black Belt Center Team Wolfpack athletes who are going to be representing New York at the USA Masters Cup in 48 hours time in Houston, Texas. We have here my main man, show that chain. There we go. A Black Belt Way of Life right there. Master Chet Bridgewater, Miss Christine Rubio, and Miss Lori Catcher. Master Chet, talk to us. How's your journey been leading up to the USA Masters Cup?
I've been trying to stay pretty active after coming back from Mexico and winning gold in that competition. Just trying to stay active, you know, consistently put in some road work, come to class when possible. It's kind of hard during the holidays, but I'm feeling good and I'm feeling confident. And I know with my coach, Master Joe Lupo, that we're gonna do some good work.
Miss Christine Rubio, come here, Miss Christine. Come here, Miss Christine.
So nice right now.
See, we have the other side of the coin. Miss Christine,
Yes.
this is your first ever competition representing the New York Black Belt Center, representing New York. How do you feel going on to the Masters Cup?
I'm okay. So I like to think of this as like the SATs. I'm not gonna get a 1600. And there's no point cramming, right? So I know I can score an 800 on the English. The math, I'm a different kind of Asian, really won't do an 800 on the math, right? So it's just about knowing I've done what I can. I'm going in really surprised after my hamstring tear December 2023.
Yeah.
So almost a full year later. So really happy about that. But you know what? I might get an 1100 on the SATs.
There you go.
And that's okay.
Glass half full. We're gonna do amazing.
That's it. Boom.
Super proud of you.
Thank
Super
you.
proud of you. Miss Lori. Come here, Miss Lori. Miss Lori Catcher, who's been a member of the USAT national team, AAU national team in her age category. Now she's looking for her first ever USA Masters team spot to go win gold in Texas. How you feeling going up there?
I'm feeling great. I am
Actually, yeah.
motivated and feeling awesome.
Right. We're gonna put in some good work, Miss Lori.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Yes, sir.
There we go. So to all Masters athletes, I'll see you there in Houston, Texas in a couple of days' time. New York Black Belt Center. Let's do our thing. Let's represent for New York. Let's represent for NYBBC, Team Wolfpack, and I'll see you guys soon. The build-up to this event was great in my school. Our preparation had to be on point because, as I said, athletes from all over the country and all over the world, we knew were coming to this event. And at the end of the day, everyone's coming to win. I know we go there for the camaraderie. I know we go there to see some amazing friends who have become family in many ways. But the goal is always one. We all want to win. Trinity is going to go over how this event has grown over the years and how it is really on such a grand scale and how it has positively affected so many people within the Taekwondo world. Master Trinity Tongg Osborn, she's going to go in depth, as I said, on how grand of a scale this USA Masters Cup is for all participating athletes. We are also going to go into our interviews with many of the participants from the event. Speaking for myself, and you've seen it, I've already brought two athletes to the Masters Cup who've never competed before. You know, for me as a Taekwondo Dojang owner, we have to provide something for that older athlete to come in. You know, they watch all the teens and the adults, they spar, and they're like, you know what, I want to do that too.
Yeah,
So
we want to have fun.
Exactly. And, you know, Mr. James Orsino, Miss Christine Rubio, you know, their first competition ever was the US Masters Cup. You know, just tonight, Christine was in training. She can't wait to compete again.
Oh,
And
that's
I'm like,
awesome.
we did it. You know, and
Yeah.
obviously the same thing with Mr. James Orsino, who was presented with the premier athlete of the event. This is
Yeah.
a gentleman who started off as a color belt, and over the years, coming to training seminars, competing at every cup, he's gained the courage, you know,
Hmm.
to compete. But the great thing is, and they both said the same exact word to me, the camaraderie
Yes.
that comes with the event, the sense
Yes.
of family. If you could elaborate that a little bit.
Well, I mean, I guess it boils down to at the heart of who we are, it really is about being that flame, I guess, that wants to ignite that fire within somebody,
Hmm.
to inspire others, to impact lives. And really, that is also a part of being a community, encouraging others and sharing that it really is never too late to step onto the mats, to stand next. There you go, sir. To stand next to a bunch of juniors in your school because there's no
Right.
other adults older to train with, and that courage that it takes. Um, and I'm honored that they have had such a great experience in that, and that's
Hmm.
at the heart of what I hope that everyone can experience. And you and I can talk about it right now, but until you go to one of our training seminars
Sure.
um, and experience the hospitality in New York, to the laughter and fun and memories that you have post tournament and the
Right. Right.
cocktail party. Um, you really can't grasp just us talking about it. You have to kind of step into that and experience it.
Right. 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 You got to see it to believe it.
Yes.
No, it's just wonderful, the feedback I've been getting, just from not just those two athletes, because for this Masters Cup, I coached 12 athletes in total,
Ooh.
and it was nothing but positivity. And
Mm.
for me, that's so welcoming,
Mhm.
especially, you know, in the sport of Taekwondo, because we know the rumblings that happens when we're coaching children and parents are involved and this and this. It's not always sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
It's for lack of a better term, sometimes it's hand grenades and razor blades. It's rough,
Yes,
dealing
sir.
with that.
Yeah.
But when we deal with older athletes, and this is going to lead into my next question. Uh, we're dealing with athletes who have already experienced so much in their lives. This is not just about the medal. To be honest with you, I think the medal is just it's a beautiful memory, but
Sure.
it's everything else that's involved, because the two athletes I brought up, they actually lost. Mr. James
Yeah.
Orsino
Yeah.
took bronze in his division,
No,
and Miss
it's
Christine
true.
took a silver. But they were happy beyond belief.
Hmm.
It goes beyond the medal. It's what they've done in life. And if you could share about that a little bit, even some of the examples of some of the
Sure. I
athletes.
mean, absolutely. I think too. I mean, it boils down to our martial art and the
Hmm.
martial way, and that it isn't just about an accolade. It isn't about just getting that medal. And if they could have some sort of growth, some sort of life change, that stirs up something in us and gives us, the spreading of joy and whatnot. And that
Sure.
is more than a medal. But I too think that we all come from all walks of life. We have different scenarios that we've been through. We have different mountains that we're trying to climb, and when we unite in this kind of atmosphere where you're encouraged to step up to those challenges, that it's okay to fail, pick yourself
Right.
up and let's go. And no one judges, and that's what I love about our group is that we're all out there, and you've heard me say this before. It's not like that I'm trying to compare myself to this other person next to me in a training seminar or in the
Hmm.
mats or in my bracket. That I have a personal, or it should be, I have a personal goal that I want to get fit, or I just want to prove to
Right.
myself that, hey, I can get out there and still kick, or I can just kick, period. And I think when you have a bunch of individuals that have that sort of mindset, that then kind of matriculates through everybody and creates an encouraging environment that's open for that. And so it really does. I mean, we've had people that have lost our original pioneers, lost 80 pounds just to compete, came back from
Right.
back surgery, fake hips, naysayers like you can't do this, to maybe even depression in their jobs,
Sure.
to all sorts of things that just come about us in our latter years. We forget that, yes, we're dealing with youth and teenagers, but there's a whole other spectrum of individuals that could be loved on, could be supported, could get also physical and mental health opportunities. And that's, I think, a beautiful
Sure.
part of our group and what that provides.
Yeah, no, it's almost like a form of therapy.
Yes, sir.
Even though we're kicking and punching each
But I was
other,
gonna say, but we're kicking and punching.
you know, there's a little contact involved, but
It's good
it
contact.
yeah, it's therapy in a sense for a lot of people.
For sure.
People look forward to it. They look
Mhm.
forward to being around all these individuals with the we all have that same positive mindset. Like we said it before, you have to see it to believe it. You have to be there to experience it.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, we have a student that went last year for his first time,
mhm,
and first ever tournament, nervous, didn't know what to expect, and
yeah.
here is, an adult stepping into this and
Mhm,
finding Taekwondo in his latter years, and he just had and he lost, he didn't win,
mhm.
but he met other athletes that just came up to him and said, "Oh, hey, who are you? How are you?"
Yeah.
and related with them and gave him just friendly input and conversation. And he got to talk to the Koreans, and they were so sweet and just had an amazing time to where he was like,
Right.
all I want to do is go back again to the Masters Cup. And
Mhm.
then this year we brought another ultra athlete, and the two of them were able to experience it. And then this time that original athlete, he's from Sweden, so he got to speak Swedish with the Sweden team. And
Mhm. Mhm.
it was just a lovely impact that was unexpected for
Of
him,
course.
but wonderful because of who we are as an organization and who's
Yeah.
behind the scenes, just allowing for that opportunity to exist.
And now we're going to fast forward it to January 17th, the day before the actual event. We're going to speak to some of the athletes who have already weighed in. We're going to speak to some of the athletes who are preparing in sport poomsae, and we're going to hear about their stories and what has brought them to the USA Masters Cup. You are now going to see some familiar faces and some new ones that quite possibly you're going to get to know very, very well on this podcast, on this journey to the US Masters Cup. Master Joe here, a Black Belt Way of Life podcast, live and on scene in the spring. Where are we at?
Spring Hill Suites in
Houston,
the Marriott, Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. All right. This might get cut out, but knowing our amazing producer, he's probably going to put this in. So, my man, John Rodriguez, you still putting sugar on the lip, baby?
Every single day.
Only when I kick you in the face.
Only when I get kicked in the face.
So, we're here, the U.S. Masters Cup. John, talk to us. Talk to us about your journey to come here. How's your preparation been? Are you ready?
Preparation has been a little more difficult than usual. I have some aches and pains, but you fight through it. Ready to go. I'm actually fighting under 80. I usually fight under 68. Trying to change things up, seek a new adventure. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Give me
right.
some heavy hitters. Give me some.
We've seen already a team from Sweden who's going to be here very soon. Come talk to us. Some other countries are here. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of work.
I'm ready, and as long as you're in my chair, I can't lose.
Always, always, 100%.
All right, let's go.
Let's go, let's go. I am here with my man, Philadelphia Eagles fan number one. There you go, Master Joaquin Pincard. Someone that I have mentioned on the podcast. I had the pleasure of attending his competition, the Southeast Open. I brought some students there, and we had an amazing, amazing time. For anyone watching this right now, you want to get a nice out-of-state competition in, wherever you are in the country, please, please support this man. He is a friend on and off the mat. And more important than that, I consider him family. Master Joaquin, talk to us about what the U.S. Masters Cup, the U.S. Masters team means to you and this journey that we're on of Taekwondo and how we could continue to inspire others through the martial arts.
Okay. All right. Well, first, I want to say thank you for your kind words. I also consider you as a brother, a friend, and everything else that you can have as a beautiful human being. I really appreciate that. I love your son and the family as well, too, and all the things that you do for the podcast. You're doing an amazing job, by the way.
Thank you.
I just want to let you know that. To answer your question, I think that, it gives us the opportunity as a platform to have old fighters or young fighters who turn old can compete, and old fighters who are started old can continue fighting and experience and to showcase their martial arts skills in Taekwondo. The journey here, since I've been involved in here, I met multiple friends and people who I've known from past athletes and as championships. They here with us, and I really appreciate the camaraderie and the friendship and everything that the Masters team is doing. The journey part, I experienced so many things of traveling across the country. We went to Spain, went to Mexico. We on our way to Taipei, and it was a great experience. And it's something that the Masters team is looking forward to and continue doing more things with the Masters team. And if you are young, turning old, or old, getting older, come on over. It's a good experience and a family atmosphere, and you can showcase your Taekwondo. It's never too late.
There you go. Perfect. Took the words right out of my mouth. Never too late. I'm here with my main man, Carlos Villanueva, always representing the New York Black Belt Center, but now based out of Tampa, Florida.
Yes, sir.
My man, Carlos, talk to us.
How we doing? We're ready. Glad to be here with the Wolfpack family for the, it was our third, right? This is the third cup.
Right.
So I got to hold it down, got to keep my team spot. So I'm excited, pumped, ready to go for tomorrow.
Yeah. And Mr. Carlos, Master Carlos Villanueva, is going to be a future guest of A Black Belt Way of Life. So I don't want to go into too much detail with it, but you really need to take a look at this man. Look at this man. Look at this man.
Yeah. I mean, we went from extra large down to, small in some cases. So it's been definitely a big transition, just trying to be a better athlete. And,
Right.
So
Better living, a black belt way of life, a better nice, going along that journey the right way, physically and mentally.
Yes, sir.
But we're gonna get more into that in detail. Like I said, he's going to be a future guest on the podcast, and we're gonna get more into detail about his journey, his amazing weight loss journey. How many pounds?
60 plus.
60 plus pounds to where he is today, and I can't wait to see you in action tomorrow in Poomsae, my brother.
sir. I
Let's
can't
go.
wait. Let's go.
Let's go. I am here with Miss Casey. We're teammates in Korea at the Masters Games last year. She whooped some serious butt, took home a gold. It was a great experience. She's an amazing person. And Miss Casey, talk to us about your story about being here and everything you've gone through. Share with the public. We may get knocked down, but we gotta get right back up because that's who we are.
Oh man, that's a long story actually.
Taking the mic.
Taking the mic. All right. Man, I don't even know where to start there. I've been obviously doing Taekwondo for a really long time, but Masters team, that was something I didn't really learn about or even know anything about until I was on the team. Which I know that kind of sounds weird, but made the team and then found out what I stepped into. And this team has definitely been life-changing. Like, Taekwondo has always been a huge part of my life. And I've always found, community and being on team and things like that. But Masters team, whatever negative aspects that could be in any kind of competition or what's the word I'm looking for?
Life.
Yeah.
Life.
But Masters team, that stuff just kind of washes away.
Right.
And maybe that's because we're adults, we're older, we've lived life, but the support that comes here versus so much other things that I've experienced is, it's wildly different. It's a family. It's a deep soul team, for lack of a better way to put that.
I know.
But Korea was actually my first Masters trip with you guys, and that was a wild ride getting there. I single mom, so of course budget was a thing, and the fundraising and the stuff that went into that, people just like really stepped in to make that happen. Fundraising happened, got it covered, was ready to go, and found out for some other reasons that my passport was banned. And so I hit a whole lot of bumps in the road. I partially tore my ACL, did a little bit of rehab, found out the passport was banned, did not think that I was going to be able to go to Korea at all, and I almost just washed my hands of it and was like, you know what, I don't even know anything about this Masters team anyway. At this age, I was 33, I think, at the time. Does it really matter? It's something that I haven't done in a long time anyway. I'll just let it go. And something kind of told me to keep pushing along. It was absolute miracle after miracle that I made it to Korea. My passport actually came in. I got the ban lifted, got some stuff handled, and my passport came in the day before I left for Korea.
Wow. Wow.
I bought that plane ticket completely on faith. Once I got to Korea, got around the team, got around you guys, learned what I stepped into, I knew exactly why I made it there. This was something that I was absolutely 100% meant to be a part of. It has changed my life. It has brought back a passion for something that I didn't think I could do anymore. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say past that. I was all in at that point. Wow. Since Korea, I'm all in. Masters team, I'm gonna be here for it. Not able to fight yet because of this injury that's still healing, but I'm gonna be here anyway.
Wow. That's some real emotion there, and I love it. And that's what, a key thing you brought up, family. Because this really is a family, a martial arts family, and we're all on this, as we put it, a black belt way of life. We're on it all together. It's not just one person; it's a team. And there's no I in team, and we just keep going. We just keep moving forward in a positive way, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, Miss Casey. Making me emotional here. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, you need a hug. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Black Belt Way of Life here, international edition. I am here with Team Sweden here at the U.S. Masters Cup. So please, gentlemen, introduce yourselves. Talk to us a little bit about your journey, about coming here to the U.S. Masters Cup. This is your first time attending here?
Yes.
So let's go.
Thank you so much. And first of all, it feels great to be in Texas, Houston, in the USA. And I mean, could it be better coming here, meeting a lot of really good Taekwondo players from all around the world. And that's, for me, that's magic.
Beautiful.
So I'm fighting in -80. We have been preparing for some time now, guys, haven't we? And of course, some tough weight cutting this week. But we are all prepared, and we will love to do this now. Yeah. Marcus.
Yeah, my name is Marcus, and I haven't been. I have been enjoying the Houston in US in the best way because I'm a heavyweight, so I can enjoy all the food and barbecues. My Taekwondo journey started only 5 years ago.
Wow.
So this is one of the high points of my Taekwondo career, to be here and fight the best.
Besides your height, this is a very, very big high point for you.
Exactly. So I'm really looking forward to competing against fighters from all over the world.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so my name is Tobias Eriksson. I'm competing in the -80. And I'm very excited to be here. I've only been competing like in Sweden and 2 times in Spain. So this is the first time outside Europe. And so, yeah, I'm really excited.
Okay, the last guy, huh? So my name.
Save the best for last.
Yeah. So my name is Sammy, and I'm also in -80. And we came actually to Houston last week, and then we went to Dallas. Really nice town, Dallas. I recommend the Stockyards with the cowboy hat.
There we go.
So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and we represent Team Sweden, and it's going to be a blast. I hope so. I'm sure about that. Okay.
This gentleman right here to my left, I met him in Italy in 2019. We crossed paths. We were in the same division, actually, in the European Masters game, and it's great to see him 5 years later. I mean, we frequent each other on social media, but it's always great to be in person. And this is an amazing, amazing thing, and I really hope one day, we come out to Sweden and come support you guys as well. Not only as U.S. Masters team, but Team New York, Team USA, Team everything. Because Taekwondo is martial arts is a beautiful language. We train together, we sweat together, and then we smile together. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, gentlemen, good luck.
Thank you so
I wish
much.
you all the luck, and let's have a great time here at the U.S. Masters Cup.
So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Thank you so much.
Black Belt Way of Life here. I'm here with the awesome, amazing Team Minnesota here at the U.S. Masters Cup. These guys are awesome. These guys have been to my dojang for, the Masters Team seminar. They are great, great individuals, great martial artists, awesome people, super positive, So I want them to chat it up a little bit about their journey, about coming to the U.S. Masters Cup. And without further ado, we'll start from here. My man, Josh.
All right, my name is Josh. Coming to the Masters Cup means a lot to me in terms of trying to find my spot in martial arts. So I didn't start when I was a kid. I started later in life when my kids started. And so going up against a lot of people like Master Lupo and some of the older gentlemen that have been around quite a while, it's quite intimidating. So learning what I can do and trying to overcome that this is really cool for that.
Awesome.
Hello, my name is Brooke, and for me, my journey here at the Masters Cup has been amazing. It's a really great experience. Not last year, but the year before was only the second time I'd ever fought. And I started martial arts in my 40s, so like Josh said, finding a place to come and be in an amazing group of people, there's nothing like it. So I really appreciate this experience and seeing some familiar faces now. So.
Nice.
Hi, my name is Brad. My journey started out similar in my 40s when our kids joined. What Masters really means to me is this is 1 year for me from coming back after ACL. So I tore my ACL at a local tournament, and Masters a year ago was the first time back. So there's been a lot of the weight loss journey, which this has really helped with me getting more fit. But coming here means a lot to me this year because it's 1 year removed and the nerves are different. The feel is going to be different, but I'm super excited, and it's an awesome group of people.
Phenomenal.
Hi, my name's Emmy. I also was brought into martial arts because of our son at 6. So I think I started when I was 33, and it's just been it's been an amazing journey. And I didn't get to do Masters last year. It was shortly after my dad passed, so I'm excited and nervous to get back out there tomorrow. It's really awesome to get to know the other Masters and people that have come up in the life, and to hear their stories and what brought them here. It's really neat to be part of such a positive community. Be part of a group of adults that likes to kick butt, even though they're parents, some of them may be grandparents. It's really amazing to see that people even later in life can still compete, still get out there. So.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Kind of nervous. Yes, I'm very introverted, but my name's Justin. This is my first Masters Cup. What, 3 years? About 3 years. We did 2022. Yeah. I started late in life as well. Been doing about 8 years now. Had some injuries, mainly my knee. Trying to get back into competition. It's been a wild ride, and like everybody else, the Taekwondo community is just amazing, just full of amazing, supportive people, and I love you guys.
Awesome. That's great.
Love you too. Love you too.
Aww. Some real talk here on a Black Belt Way of Life. Let Team Minnesota inspire you, and tomorrow's gonna be an amazing day.
I love it, guys. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you.
The beauty of the U.S. Masters Cup is it is truly much more than just medals. It is truly much more than just winning and losing. It is about building friendships that become family that last a lifetime. The camaraderie of this event is like no other event. There's no animosities. There's no people yelling at each other. Even after victories, the first thing you see is high fives and hugs throughout the entire event. This is what brings people back to this event, and this is what has made this event so successful. And now we're going to throw it back to Master Trinity Tongg Osborn, who over the years of running this very successful event has seen the growth of not only the event, but how it has positively affected the people who attend and compete. For me, it almost becomes like a networking event, as crazy as that sounds. You know, I come
Yeah,
back
it's true.
on Monday, and you know, my social media is, you know, just popping off and friend requests, and I'm like, oh my God, I just, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's
It is.
and you build those connections and you build those relationships, and you know, we talk about an upcoming seminar. In the past, we're back from Texas 72 hours. I've already connected, and people have already called the school that we're not even at the event. They just saw the event, and
Wow.
now they want to become a part of it for next year.
That's
So they're like,
awesome.
"What do I
That's
do?" And I'm like,
awesome.
"Oh, you got to come to the seminar," you
Mm-hmm.
know, and it just spreads because, like I said, we're dealing with individuals who have already. A lot of us are obviously we're still going through life, and a lot of people have gone through some, you know, really, really challenging things. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we talk about that here on the Black Belt Way of Life. You know, there's some people who've been really, really knocked down, you
Yeah.
know, whether it's health or whether, you know, whether it's mental or physical. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, coming back to compete gives them that inspiration. I sat down, you know, with an individual from, you know, Minnesota, and she was telling me about the loss of her father, how she
Mm.
couldn't compete, but coming gave her the inspiration to continue. You know,
No, that's
we get
awesome.
knocked down and we keep going.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I spoke to another gentleman who, I mean, going through some very, very serious things. You know, we're talking
Mm-hmm.
about cancer, we're talking about
Yeah.
MS, and, you know, it's a
Yeah.
victory just to get on the mat. Forget about the medal.
Absolutely.
Forget that medal. It's
100%. Yeah.
no, it makes it. You know, talking to some of these people, it made the hair stand up on my arms, not my head, my arms. But
Well, I know. I mean, if we want to be real, it really, we're just using sport as a platform that
yes,
it's beyond, it really is beyond just this and a greater mission, if you will.
hmm
And so that's touching to hear those stories and just be a pebble in the water because it's
right,
not just one. I certainly couldn't do any of this without you, without um, honestly, Vincent and Jeff and my husband, actually, first of all, but
right.
and everyone that's around us. I mean, I could name off many names, and it is that community that is so generous and so thinking of others and putting others first. That
hmm
when you get a group that thinks that way. We can't help but grow and expand and just help other individuals. And it's not to say
Sure,
that we don't have trials and tribulations
of course.
and challenges. But that's the beauty of it is that I can rely on my friends here and my support through you
hmm
guys to get me through things.
Right. It takes a village. It
Yes.
takes a village, and the village gets stronger, and it gets stronger through positivity. You know, and that's it's a great thing that we talk about here on the podcast. You know, with all the guests that come on, you know, we get knocked down and we get back up. And when we have that right village, I know I could reach out to you. I know I could reach out to Vincent. I know I could reach out to anyone, you know, on the team, no matter whether they're near or they're far, even
Hmm.
just, you know, to have a good laugh,
Yeah.
you know, just,
Absolutely. Yeah.
you know, and it brings us up when we're down.
Or
And
honestly, just to experience that true joy.
right.
not just like a fake, hey, it's okay, and a surface thing, but a true joy with someone and experiencing that. I think you get, at the root of it really can heal the soul.
Sure, no, for real. I mean, I'll bring up an example. My team, we won the team combat event, and
That was intense.
it was. You know what? Shameless plug. It felt good.
That's
You know,
okay, because you lost the other year. No, I'm
we
kidding.
lost last year, and I'm telling you, as an athlete, as a person, I do have one pet peeve. I don't want to be on a highlight reel. And I was on a highlight reel for a year. For a year. We lost that match against Korea, and my face just dropped. For 1 year, I had that video in my head. But we flipped it 360 degrees this year.
You did. You did. It
It
was
was it
fun.
was phenomenal. But what was great about it was after taking the pictures with Spain and with Sweden and the other team, we took a big group picture, and then next thing you know, Edu from Spain is telling us to get in the middle, and they're all pointing at us. They're amping us up. They're
Yeah.
cheering us on. So
Yeah.
we're given the sparkling water bottles. And next thing you know, water started going everywhere. And I'm pouring it on top of, John Rodriguez's head, and everyone's clapping and everyone's cheering. That's something that unfortunately you don't see in a lot of sports, especially the younger athletes. You don't see that
Yeah.
too often. Instead, you see stare downs and animosity and
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
um crap talking, on social media about each other and about coaches and about this and about this. But no, you come to this event and it is the complete opposite. In the ring, as we brought up, we're kicking and punching each other, but then we're saluting each other afterwards. We're having a nice adult beverage together, and we're sharing laughs, and we're talking about our children with each other.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. And where I see this going, this masters movement that the US Masters team that you started and the cup, I think a great thing is that this event could cause that trickle down effect, that the youth has to look up to us and learn from it. Maybe
For
not,
sure.
we can't move like them, but you know what? Our behavior and how we conduct ourselves,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
And
that's what I would love to see.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, even before you guys got to the podium, what I loved is that, and this kind of encapsulated, there's intensity, there's the
Mhm.
coach gay, throwing things, winning things up,
Right,
and
right,
there's
right.
the players, and then it stops, right? So the referees can go and determine, and then you have the players look at each other and they high five each other,
Right.
or do a wink or a little laugh, and then they're back in, and then they're back intensely fighting. So
Right.
that really is what it is right there. I mean, you can still have a competitive edge. You could still get
Mhm.
out there and take it to someone, but there is a respect level for that.
Yes.
And I think that is beautiful about our group, or just honestly, ultra age people, is that we've
Mhm.
been through enough crap, we've been through enough
Right.
stuff that we know what's really worth it and what's not worth it to argue about, and how to
Mhm.
behave, or what that looks like. And so it would be wonderful to be a beacon for others to kind of see how that feels and looks at a different level.
The results of the event for the New York Black Belt Center, my team Wolfpack, was an amazing one. It was a story not only of victory, but a story of redemption. I am proud to say members of our school made the official USA Masters team that will be competing in Taipei at the World Masters Games. But also, it was a story of redemption. The New York Black Belt Center won the team combat event, especially after last year's loss to Korea, where we will put on a highlight reel for the entire year. As the school coach and master, this year's event was very special to me. And now, this is the very, very special part of the tournament that really sets it apart from every other competition. Nobody just goes home. Everyone attends the post-party. Everyone attends the post-fight party, where I got some amazing interviews from two very special individuals. Master Joe Lupo here with the very, very lovely Alejandra Prieto, someone very near and dear to my heart, an amazing, amazing individual. We are here at the after party of the U.S. Masters Cup, where Miss Alejandra took gold in her division. Congratulations. But leading up to this gold medal, you know, we talk about it all the time on A Black Belt Way of Life, how we overcome adversity, we get up and we keep moving. Miss Alejandra, you've had an eventful year.
I know.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about what you went through this year to get to this point.
Eesh. It was rough. It was a struggle, mentally, emotionally. It's still like sometimes, you know, you can tell. You can tell. The eyes get watery, but we're here and it was fun. And you know what? It's what I found, the people that you keep around in your inner circle, because there's gonna be people, you know, following around everywhere, but your inner circle does matter, you know. And for me, it's the people that have pushed me, family, friends, Taekwondo family, you know. It does matter. So it was rough, but it's good. It's been a journey, learning experience.
Right,
we grow, right? We grow and we learn.
Right, we grow and we learn. You know, we're athletes here at an older age, but very, very key word, we're still learning, we're still growing as individuals, and it's all about keeping the right tribe.
Yeah, well, make sure you have the right people around you.
100%.
Those that are negative, those are not healthy. They will bring you down. And you surround yourself with toxicity, and you will become toxic. Be positive, keep good people around you, and you'll be fine.
And we'll always be here to pick you up, always.
I know, they got my back.
Always, always, and forever.
I know.
Thank you. A Black Belt Way of Life here with the amazing Alejandra Prieto of El Paso, Texas. We're still here at the after party of the U.S. Masters Cup in Houston, Texas. I am here with my fratello, my brother, Sai Zamani, originally East Coast, that made his way to California, now out of Texas. My man Sai, talk to us about the journey to get here and what the U.S. Masters Cup and being around older athletes who've had to overcome what they've overcome just to step on that mat. What does that mean to you, and what has your journey been to get here?
So for me, it's been a health thing, really. I started out long time fighting in the senior division, and then nobody was really fighting this division yet at this level. And when Master Trinity approached me, she said I was about to retire for the 4th time, and she says you got to be on this thing that we're gonna do. And I pointed at my wife and said, you go talk to her, and because you're going to deal with that one. And,
right.
And it started from there. She would call me sometimes, ask my opinion on things, and I give her my unbiased opinion. And before I knew it, we went to the Houston Cup here, the Houston U.S. Champions Group event, and I was still sparring, so we did some sparring. A lot of the veterans were there watching. Kind of did a couple of things, even though I was hurt, and got them all excited. They were jumping all over me, and next thing you know, like, I want to do it. Next thing you know, we had 17 people, including you.
Right.
Going to the
European Masters game, yeah.
Amazing tournament, and that group was the most incredible team. I've been on a few teams before. We just immediately gelled and became a family, and I just knew that it was going to be very hard to replicate that, but I knew it was the start of something special. And of course, after that, I've had a couple of bouts with cancer, non-genetic, thank God, and my training did help with that. And I was hoping to continue aspiring not just older athletes, but you know how you can use Taekwondo to overcome anything. Really, the doctors are always telling me the reason why you're healing, the reason why you're getting past this is your training.
Wow.
So I wasn't doing it for medals. I got boxes of medals. It's more of the performance. It's more of the camaraderie. It's more
Right.
of the, just us being here right now. It's the endorphins that go through my body and my wife's body as well.
Sure.
Even though she always was like, oh, I want to go to a Taekwondo event. But when it comes to Masters, she's all over it, And so, and for me to be able to continue coaching right now as I'm healing, trying to get through these injuries, I'm able to, continue through some of the fighters and some of you guys just being here together. There's nothing like it in the world, really.
It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
family.
Yes,
It's
sir.
family, and it's all positivity. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Love you, brother.
Love you, brother.
Love you, man.
Yeah.
We're still rocking here at the after party of the U.S. Masters Cup. You guys all recognize this gentleman, Master Vincent Nguyen, was a previous guest on the show. An amazing, amazing episode. He's the director here of the event. Talk to us. How memorable was this event?
What we try to do all the time is that we want to give somebody the most amazing experience year over year, right? It's not just one of those things where we just rest on our laurels, right? We're always trying to outdo each other. We're always trying to give a more better experience, and we hope we actually delivered. So that's something that you guys have to tell us.
Oh, we did. And talking to a lot of people, these past couple of days and listening to their stories of what they've overcome just to make it to this point. It's not about the medal. And that's the beauty of this tournament. It's really not about the medal. It's about the experience, and I've seen it, and I'm sure you've seen it as well.
It definitely is about the experience because, we're at an age where we have to build a village, right? It's a village that actually supports each other because you heard it before, right? It takes a village to raise a child.
Right.
But at the same time, it also takes a village in order to grow exponentially.
Right.
It's an opportunity for us to kind of rub elbows and at the same time hook our arms, right?
Right.
Left and right, and just walk forward as one voice, as one unit, right? For the great cause of not only our sport, Taekwondo, but also the tenets of Taekwondo. We want to make sure that everyone feels the love and knows what we're actually able to deliver with.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it, guys. A black belt way of life here with Master Vincent Nguyen. Not only speaking for myself, but also our main guest on this episode. The USA Masters Cup was an amazing achievement, but it was also an emotional one where we reflect on what the US Masters team, its mission, and what it's about truly, truly means to us in the grand scheme of life. For me, as a coach, as a master, and a pioneer member of the USA Masters team, this event is something very near and dear to my heart that I will promote for as long as I am teaching. I will always give my students who are at an advanced age a goal, an opportunity to prove to themselves that they are worthy, that they are a Taekwondo athlete, that they could become a champion. That is what the USA Masters Cup means to me and to the New York Black Belt Center. At the end of the day, for older athletes, just stepping on that mat is the true victory. Because the real competitor is always ourselves. It's never the one standing across from us or the one waiting to do their form poomsae next. Always the real challenge is against ourselves. And anyone that comes to the Masters Cup, they're all winners.
Absolutely,
They're all
yes.
winners. And I'm not talking participation medals. We're not about that. But in the true essence of the sport and what the event means, everyone that comes out there is a winner.
You have to imagine that what it takes for, I have a family, I have a job, and can I give an hour to training? And that it is a sacrifice. Sacrifice on their body, trying to get it healthier, trying to, because they're running full speed as well in their careers or with, like I said, family. And so I respect any of our athletes that come to the US Masters Cup.
Yes.
Hands down. It's not an easy feat to get there. And I appreciate all those that came. I truly do. Thank you for those that attended. But I do honor them because it's not easy to get there, to train, to put in the hours. it takes a bit.
Right, right. With all that being said, ma'am, if you could just share with us, your future goals for the team and the Masters Cup moving forward.
Future goals, I mean, it's to further the mission and the vision. Like I said, to ignite, inspire, and impact. It's to reflect on what we're doing now, to refine it and reach more. That really is, I guess, the blanket of it for the goals. I mean, I would love to, if we want to do harder, specific things, I would love to be able to outfit our team and have a sponsor pay for all of that. I would love for us to be able to find sponsorship to pay for registration fees and things like that, and really just not just these things, but to help build up what is already there to inspire these athletes. And at the heart of it, it's interesting because I was asked, like, why do you do the USA Masters team? I just was asked this being dropped off at the airport. Why do it? Because I know there's no monetary involved. In fact, that's why we're doing so well, is because we just fold over whatever it is and give back to the athletes. And I guess the why is that I would love for everyone involved to know that they are worthy and that it's worth it. It's worth it to wake up a little extra early and just put in that little hour. It's worth it to give that time. You're worthy of stepping on those mats. I guess at the end of my life, when I stand before my Creator, He could say, good job, faithful and wonderful servant. So if I could just be a small part in helping someone feel worthy and they're worth it, whew, that'd be just beautiful.
Wow.
So goal is just to keep up with that. Those that want to jump on and share our mission and vision, let's go. Those that don't, it's okay, but we really about bigger things, and that is at the heart of it, and where we are going. We want to be able just to reach more.
And in parting, ma'am, if you could just share with us, for anyone who is watching, where can they contact you, and where can they reach out to you for whatever questions they have?
Well, to get information about us, you can go to usamastersteam.org, and there's a lot of drop downs to join us, to find out our history about our pioneers, really the people that are who Masters Team is. And then you have our website, info@usamastersteam.org, if you want to email. It's probably the best way to just get back to you. And then to be a part, come out to, we have East Coast training seminar happening in April. Super excited about that.
I know
You
I
put
know
on
that guy. I know that guy
good
pretty
training
well.
seminar. Yeah. Excited for Grandmaster Michelle Smith. I always love just hearing the way she
Yes.
breaks down things. I still do that hip exercise that we did on the
Right.
floor with all of my kids in my team. In
Yeah.
fact, I didn't do it, and then they all got down and wanted to do it, so it's a part of their routine. So
Yeah, she
there's
breaks things all
that.
right. Yeah, she breaks things.
But
Says my rib,
yeah,
Love you,
you're right. I
ma'am.
forgot about that.
Love you, ma'am, says my rib.
But come be a part of our training seminar. Get to know us. That's a great way to get involved and get to know us. And then again, if you want to know what all this talk is about, we have a Diamond Affair is going to go on U.S. Masters Cup 2026.
There we go.
January 2nd and 3rd. Super excited.
Start off the new year the right way.
There you go.
All right, ma'am. It's always a pleasure. I can't wait to see you soon. And let's go. Let's keep this positivity going. Let's keep it flowing. And it's the best. You're the best, ma'am. I can't say that enough. You've inspired me, to do so much, and to be very honest with you, you might not realize it, but you're a big part of this podcast as well. You inspire a lot of people without realizing it, and it is always a joy to talk to you and to see you, ma'am. And I can't wait to see you soon.
Honored to be here and be with you.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye. The USA Masters Cup was a culmination of a lot of hard work and dedication to our craft, not only for myself as a coach, as a master instructor, but to all my athletes, the 12 amazing athletes I coached who gave it their all, showed so much effort at the event, whether they came away with a gold medal or they came away with no medal. The true joy for myself as a coach is watching my athletes put it all on the mat, leaving with a smile, leaving with a learning lesson, and meeting some beautiful people on the way. This is what this event means to me. This is why it is so important. Thank you again to everyone that was behind the scenes for the USA Masters Cup, from the weigh-ins to the registration to everything. It's too many people to name, but you know who you are. You ran an amazing, amazing, amazing event, and everything is appreciated. And I know I can't wait to do it again and bring an even bigger team to the USA Masters Cup. Thank you everyone for tuning in to this very special episode. Make sure to check us out wherever you consume your podcasts. Give us a like, throw us a comment, subscribe. If you would like to sponsor a Black Belt Way of Life, shoot us an email at a Black Belt Way of Life podcast @gmail.com. To our apparel company, Best Martial Arts, Muto USA, thank you for the amazing apparel that will be worn on this podcast moving forward. To our sponsor, Mr. Joseph Ferrone of Weichert Realty, all his information, as well as our apparel company, is in the show notes. Make sure to check him out for all your residential and commercial real estate needs. Mr. Joseph Ferrone, Weichert Realty. Always remember, everyone, the words my father always said and has really shaped this podcast into what it is. A black belt is worn around your heart, never your waist. A Black Belt Way of Life was produced by Press Record Studios.